Hello friends, Ravi here. Today we are going to learn about the conditional structure, which is a switch case. So let's start. So conditional structure in Java is used to execute a line of code based on some condition match. If you remember about a previous session, then we can go with if structure and also covered with a different flavor of if, that is a nested if, else if later, if else, like that. In today's session, we are going to cover about a second structure, which is a switch case. So let's start. Switch case statement is a execute of one statement from a multiple condition. It is the same as a if else later, but it provides you a more cleaner way and also provides some more flexibility of doing the things. So let's take a look about the syntax. So here it's a syntax for if condition. Sorry, syntax for a switch statement. In a switch statement, we have an expression which is going to match with the any of cases which we write over here, and then open curly braces, then a case, and the value which are going to match with the expression. Things to remember here is like a value should be an integer, string, or any enum value. We can't use any float or double or like that value over here. Okay. Once catch case is a matching with the expression, that particular block of code is going to execute. Here we can use a break statement, which is optional. If we not use any break statement, then control goes to on a sequential to a next case statement. Either it is a matching or not, this particular block of code is going to execute it. I will show you an example how it works. And at the end of the switch expression, we have a default. The default is going to like the else block in a if else later, in which if none of the case is going to match, then default is going to execute it. It's mainly used for defining the things like invalid input, like that. Here it's an flow diagram for the same expression. Different cases are there. Based on the case match, the statement is going to evaluate it, like that. Here the same way, if one case statement is a match, then that particular block is going to evaluate it. And if it found a break statement, then only it going to break for this particular structure and out control return to this closing curly braces. If it hasn't found a break statement, then controller move to the next case statement. Either it is a match or not, it is going to evaluate it. So break statement is a must, and in some logic you can skip that break statement as well. So let's take example here. In this example, it just a sample thing. I take the month number, and based on the case, I print like which the month is it. It is okay. So let's run it first, then we'll explain you program step by step. Yep. If I put 8, then it will print August. If I say like a 1 and I save it, it will going to print January, like this. Okay, how it works? The switch, the expression which we are going to match with the case goes here. Okay, the case is the keyword. The whatever the the expression which are going to match with the cases are written here, like month, the integer form. So we have to put our integer over here. Then the if this case is a match, then the block of code which you want to execute is goes here. Like in our case, it just print the month name and the break statement. So once it encountered a break statement, it will break this switch and the control return to this curly braces, and the remaining code will going to execute. So let's, for understanding, let's take end of program. Okay, so let's run it. So here you can see like after printing a January, it will move to this over here and will going to print like end of program. Okay. Now what happen if I remove the break statement? Let's take a month 10. So this is October. I will going to remove this break statement. Let's comment it out. Okay. Now let's run this program. So ideally it should match this case 10 and going to print October. But As I remove the break statement, it will control statement goes to case 11 as well. Either it is a match or not, it will going to print this until it found a break statement. So in our case, it will print October and November. If I remove this break statement as well, then control goes to case 12 as well. Either it is a match or not. So control statement is a must. Got my point? Okay. I have one more example. The thing here I mentioned is like the so case statement is not in a sequence. We can put a default before any of cases, or we can match two or three cases combinedly like that way. So in our case, I just take a number 20, and based on that it will going to print. Okay. If I took the float number and if I put in a switch expression, that is a value, then compiler ping me, it's saying like, oh, you are taking a wrong expression. So if you hover over it, it says like a cannot switch on a value of type float. The only convertible is the integer, string, and enum are permitted. So we can take an integer, string, and enum only. We can't take a float, double, anything as an expression. So that's the purpose of this example. Yeah, that's it all about switch case statement is a more cleaner way, and also provide to combine the two or three things combined, which are not possible in if else, like this way. Okay, that's it from today's session. Thank you for watching.